Old Pros has a presentation from the Broadway Music Lovers Club because it's going to be a Broadway show. And to help us with that big musical, we're welcoming Elisa Kaplan-Center and Robin LaValle. Guys, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank
Great
you.
to be here.
Big musical, 20-something musicals, 20-something maybe plus songs in there. You guys are taking a big kind of like bite out of like the musicals here and presenting a little bit of everything, right?
We are actually, the Old Pros is actually presenting this.
Right.
Yes.
And I'm the musical
But you're their
director.
helper.
I am. I'm the helper. I'm actually the creator of the idea.
Yes.
And Robin is my assistant director and a performer in the show. So, I wanted to do a big Broadway concert, kind of like Patti LuPone style. And,
Right,
so I found a wonderful cast. We got some beautiful songs from 20 different shows, and we're banging it out every day in rehearsal.
Right. And you're one of 10 performers
Yes.
that are doing this. So what's
Yes.
going to be your role in the show?
Well, I have several different songs from that range from Annie in Tomorrow, and to Sweeney Todd, to to Annie Get Your Gun. So all of us are lucky
Doubled
enough.
up on the Annies.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
A little variety.
It's wonderful because Elisa has given us a chance to really stretch with so many versatile pieces. So yeah, we're real lucky.
Now, some songs are solos, but usually it's a kind of a cast singing along those with maybe the lead and that kind of thing. So is all 10 performers kind of out there the whole time?
Almost. We actually have a big opening number. And then we've got some solos, we've got some duets, then we come together on some group numbers, and then we have some solos and duets, and we've got some group numbers. So there's a lot of variety.
Okay. As folks famously found out from the movie Wicked, musical folks are not shy about singing along. Do you guys expect basically to be even heard?
Yeah, well, some of these songs, they're going to really know. I have a feeling that they may start to sing along. We're not sure.
I mean, if they,
and we might do an encore. Yeah.
Your next meeting you guys are going to have on July 7th, it's going to be, and what are you guys going to be doing there? A little different from what you guys are doing in this show.
Right. So July 7th is actually going to be a preview. So we're going to have a little panel.
Okay.
We're going to have Robin as the assistant director and part of the creative team and talk about a little about performing and creation. We're going to have one of the male actors. We're going to have Linda Lawson, who is the treasurer of the Old Pros. She's going to be the producer of this, so she's going to talk about her role and about how we've been rehearsing, how we've been creating, how we've been changing, how we've been transposing, how we've been, really trying to blend this and make it a wonderful show.
Okay. When you do a show like this, it's a little different than learning your lines and kind of doing a storyline, right? So how does it feel? Is kind of just more of a kind of big presentation of songs, or is there kind of a story to it? Does it flow in a strange way?
We have an actress, a great actress here, Debbie Drennan, who is going to be kind of the narrator.
Okay.
You're coming into her home. She's going through her music.
Okay.
She's telling you, I love this song, I love that song. And all of a sudden it comes to life on the stage.
Okay. So
Yeah.
there's kind of something cohesive about how we're transitioning and making those things. It seems to me it's kind of this cavalcade of...
Exactly. That's a good word, yeah. And she'll have some playbills too,
Okay.
So she's really going to be engaging.
Reflecting, I remember when I saw this on Broadway.
Yeah, or, hey, do you like that?
Okay. So what, you're going to be performing as well, or do you usually play it usually on the piano in these things, right?
So I'm both. So I'm the musical director.
Okay.
I'm also going to be singing a song from a very famous Broadway show. I won't give it away, but it's a ballad that's a real heart tug. And a lot of the people in the audience will know it, and I hope that they'll like it. And I'll be doing it from the piano.
Okay, all right. Just sitting and playing and singing.
And singing, yes, which is it's hard to do that well. So I practice a lot. I was just talking to Robin in the green room. I probably spend about 10 to 15 hours a week with my performers rehearsing, and then myself 1 to 2 hours a day, every day, 7 days a week practicing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let me ask you, is it hard? I mean, Elton John, piano, all these folks who can do that kind of thing, but when you really want to hit a high note, or you really want to hit that performance, is it kind of like, the piano becomes a secondary thing, or how do you kind of balance those things?
That's a really good question. Well, the beginning of the balance is called vocalizing and making sure that your instrument is prepared. Because you can't just go and sing a high C without preparing your voice. So a lot of it's with the breath control and then also the practicing, but it's also mind control. Like Elton and I, right? We both play and we both sing. but sometimes I'll be playing and she'll be singing, and that's the relationship that we've had in the rehearsal process. And sometimes on a Monday, you might be able to hit a G, but on a Wednesday, you might not get to an F. So sometimes we have to change it up a little bit.
Yeah, and Robin, for instance, do you like stop singing a couple days before a big show? Like, do you want to save your instrument, so to speak?
Yeah. Usually, what I do is talk as little as possible. Don't eat dairy at all.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
because
come on, no ice cream?
no, because it causes phlegm. It just makes things more difficult for singing because your mouth already dries out because you're so nervous. You see people just chugging water backstage, and they'll still go out on stage and their mouth is so dry, and it's nerves.
Okay.
So you kind of, everybody has their own little routine of what they like to do. Yeah.
Okay. And for you, when you put something like this together, what goes through your mind in saying, okay, we're going to try to put in like 20 musicals, 20 plus songs, and how you make that cohesive? Where does that kind of the origin of that story start, and how does it get to where it is today?
So we met many years ago, but we did a chorus line together. If you remember, Robin was one of the leads in it, and we worked so well together. And I was like, you know what, I want to work with this person again. So I had this idea, and I looked through thousands of pieces of sheet music in my apartment.
Yeah.
You cannot walk in my apartment. I've got books and books and books of music. And I literally went like this, and I picked these 20, 25 songs. And I said, well, let's hope for the best when we have the auditions and see if we get the right people. And everybody that I picked to be in the show can sing all those 20-something songs that I picked.
Okay, wow, terrific. And it just kind of went from there.
Yes.
Definitely.
I feel like we need a hoarder's intervention at your house in some sort of way to get organized. Playbills and music sheets and pianos and keyboards and all that.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a sale at Juilliard. I'm like, oh, that sheet music's only $12.95. Yeah.
So tell me about the performances, where, when, and all that kind of stuff. You guys are going to have more than one, which is always nice.
Yes. Okay, so our first performance is going to be on July 22nd, which is a Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. at Clubhouse number 7. The doors open at 6:30, but I'm advising you to get there about 6:15.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's free to members, and it's only $10 for guests. And then, as you can see from this beautiful flyer that was made from our board member, Keith Lee, we're also going to have a second show during the day. And that's going to be in August on the 17th, which is a Monday. And that'll be doors opening at 3 o'clock.
Also
and the show at
Clubhouse
3:30, also Clubhouse 7.
Right.
And then fast forward a couple months, our end of year potluck party for the Broadway Music Lovers Club meeting, we're going to do part of our concert review also for that.
Okay.
And it'll be another daytime show.
Okay. Yeah. And there's costs to all this, right? This is kind of challenging to kind of put this together and make all this stuff happen. And so you guys actually have sponsors?
Yes. We actually have so far 8 sponsors, of which I'm one. I'm sponsoring the show for my Mary Kay business. But we've got Arnold Schwartz, who's an Air Force captain, Jennifer Heflin, who's a wonderful realtor, Mark McCready, who's a travel agent. We've got Nita Wenrick, the Medicare diva, and Dr. Urdaneta, who's a quality of life prosthodontics, and Dr. Eric Travis, who's a podiatrist.
Okay.
And I just asked, and they said yes.
Well,
so they're going to have either a page or a quarter page in our program.
Wow, it was just that simple. There
Just
you
that
go.
simple.
What's the most challenging thing you find about doing a show like this in terms of performing? And like I said, I know there's a kind of a narrative that ties it all together, but having to change like tones and different like arcs and that kind of thing.
The hardest thing is wrapping your mind around switching gears from one character to the other,
Right.
and from one song to the other, the lyrics. That's for me is, oh, here come the lyrics, and telling a story. And if you just keep that in mind, I'm telling a story.
Right.
And if you should go up on your lyric, hopefully they don't know that song, and they won't shout out what the lyric is, and they'll just go along with it, you know? But that's kind of the hardest thing, is just right before you go on, gearing your mind up. Okay, just go and do it.
Right.
Absolutely. And we have a lot of new performers in this production.
Yes.
That's been really exciting, teaching them what it is to be a Broadway performer, how to look out there, how to sing, where to look, how to act, how to feel.
All right, folks. Well, it's a Broadway concert. It's going to be 20 Broadway shows, lots of music in there. July 22nd, August 17th. You can get the tickets on the screen. There's the information. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Aw,
Thank you very much. Nice to see you.
We get a movie preview when you come back. We're watching This Day.